Welcome to another Edgewonk trading journal review where one of our customers sent in their trading journal for a review. Over the last 9 years, I have done dozens and dozens of trade reviews, and in this video I will show you the process of how I approach a journal after it has been sent in to us. So when we look at this journal, we can see there's a positive net return of 7%, the win rate is 33%, the average winning trade is 1%, and the average losing trade is roughly minus 0.5%. So overall a profitable journal, but there's a lot of room for improvement. And let's see what we can do here. The first thing that I do is I make my way here through the tabs here on the left. Typically I start on the chart lab and then I just go through them. When we go through the custom stats, there's nothing really standard that stands out. There's one custom stat that is negatively performing. Looks like an outlier, but we only have 6 trades in here, so it doesn't really matter too much. We can go to the other ones. We have another negative performing custom stat, but only 7 trades. And the other custom stats also do not provide some meaningful information, which typically means a negative outlier where you have at least 20 to 30 trades to give you a good sample size. So let's go lower then and let's make our way here through the chart lab. Efficiency looks alright, it's around 64%, has been rising here lately over the last 20 to 30 trades, which is good, but we need to dig in deeper and see what is actually behind this data, which we will do when we go to the trade comments. Exit analysis unfortunately hasn't been used very well by the trader, and there are a lot of outliers or errors in the way he entered the trades. We can take a look at that later. Performance by instrument shows that most of the instruments are profitable. US dollar Swiss is not profitable, but there's only 1 trade, so that doesn't really mean anything. When we go to setups, that's where we see the first interesting finding. When we look here to the right, this comment means not in the plan, so not according to the plan. And he has taken 31 trades with a total loss of minus $939. So that's a first significant finding, and it shows us that the trader seems to have an issue with breaking his trading rules and taking random entries. Going back to the home tab, when we look at his performance, he has a net return of 657 currently. And this means that if he would have been able to avoid those trades, maybe even not all of the trades, he could potentially have doubled his performance, which is a very, very big finding. So let's keep that in mind as we make our way through the remaining parts and see what we can find here further. When we go to the performance by time, something really interesting stood out here. Monday and Friday are both underperforming. 24 trades on Monday, 16 trades on Friday. I don't have an explanation here because I have not talked to the trader directly, but something that I would like to ask the trader and that he could try to investigate for himself is that, so if you have an underperformance on Monday, there could be a few reasons. First, it could be that you are too eager to get started. Maybe you're chasing some performance goal. Maybe you want to get back to break even. And that could be an issue. Or traders are not doing their analysis on the weekend. They're not creating trading plans on the weekend. And then on Monday, they are a little bit helpless and clueless and maybe take more random trades. So that's definitely something that we can investigate. And on Friday, if you have an underperformance, it could mean that you are maybe exhausted, maybe you're not feeling great anymore, maybe you've had a long, exhausting week, and that could lead to taking bad trades and not being as focused and making mistakes there. So that's quite interesting that you have this performance here on Monday and Friday that really stands out. When we go to the risk distribution, here's actually a major finding. And when we look here, average losing trade is minus 0.47%. And he has a few trades here on the left. They are certainly not on the far left, so they're not huge outliers. But when we look here into this interval, he has 2 trades with a negative performance of between minus 2.5 and minus 2.75. So this is 5 to 5.5 times larger than his average winning trade. And another losing trade that is here in this interval. You might say, oh, 3 trades, that's not a lot, and that's not going to be a big deal. But let's find out. So we go to the equity graph, we go to our basic filters, and here we want to take a look at all of the trades except for the 3 trades that fall into this bracket, right? So we just gonna tick all of those boxes. So we get all of his trades except for the 3 trades that we are excluding with a larger loss. And you can see that it looks really, really different. Trades 133 compared to 136. The win rate doesn't change much, still 33, but his return now is 14% compared to the 7% where he is currently really standing. So that's an improvement of 100% on his performance just by excluding those 3 losing trades that are much larger than his normal losing trades. So you can see, even though you don't have those huge outliers where you lose 10, 20%, even those deviations can make a big difference here in the performance of a trader. And that is something that we have to address, and we're gonna find this in another spot in his journal in a moment. So large losses and taking trades that are outside of his trading plan are a big problem for this trader. So let's go to the trade comments, and we are here in the entry, and I'm gonna translate this to you. This means too early, too late, according to the plan, and not according to the plan. So you can see that he has taken 8 trades, not too much, that are not according to the plan. Interestingly, the trades where he said they are according to the plan, which are 68, he is losing. So even though the trades are according to the plan, he is losing. So what's going on here? So let's open the filter, and we want to look at the entry comment, this one. So according to the plan, and let's go to our trade exits. And what we see here is that he has a comment here on the far right, and it means closed too late. So he's taking 21 trades that are according to the plan based on his entry comment, but that he closed too late. So that's something that could be an issue here. When he has good trades, he's following his trading plan, but he's not closing them correctly. Let's look at the trade management, and we have a big outlier here on the far right. 21 trades where he said he didn't follow his risk management. So this probably means that he's taking way too much risk here, right? He also has some other comments here: stop loss too small, stop loss too early, close the trade too early, his target was hit, and according to the plan. But this one here is a big outlier. So what we could do is look at the trades according to the plan, and then all of the ones where he followed his risk management. So it's all except for didn't follow my risk management. So let's take a look at it now. And you can see that the trades that are according to the plan and that follow a solid position sizing and risk management strategy give him now a very profitable performance. 46 trades, 16% return, and a 43% win rate. So it's a big improvement compared to where he's currently. And it also helps us to understand why there are trades that are tagged according to the plan, but they are underperforming when we just look at the surface, right? So here, when we go to our trade entry, he has 68 trades according to the plan, but as we have seen, within those 68 trades, there are 21 trades where he didn't follow his risk management and risked too much. So that explains why it seems like his trading strategy might be broken, because he's following his trading plan and he's still losing money. But when we look deeper, that helps us understand what is going on here. And we already saw that when we go to our trade exit comment, he has a comment where he closed too late. And I want to analyze this. So we go to our trade exit comment, and he said closed too late. And let's go to our trade management graph here. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the data in it, which would be super helpful for the trader. In general, that's one of the biggest things that I would really recommend for the trader, to update his trade management graph. And it's super simple. You just go to your journal, and then you go here to the right, this comment here, or this column, original take profit hit. All you have to do is go here and then go to the advanced and say, did this hit your original take profit, yes or no? And this will then activate your trade management graph. Unfortunately, now the graph isn't working properly, but it would be really interesting to see if closing his trades too early, too late, and generally mismanaging the trades has a big impact on the performance. My guess would be that this trader would see his potential performance be above the actual performance which would then mean that he is mismanaging his trades. So this would be my big recommendation for the trader going forward, to make sure that his trade management graph is updated. And it doesn't take a lot. It's just one data input, and it will give you so much more insights into your trading approach. Another thing that I would like to recommend to the trader is when you go to the XZ analysis, we have seen there are a lot of problems here. You have those outliers that don't really make sense. You have a red bar above a green bar. So he is not really doing that correctly. And what you have to do is, in your journal, open the trade, and then under advanced trade data, you enter the highest and the lowest price. Some trades have it, but not all of them, and some have wrong inputs. So I would really recommend to also update this. If this is too much input for the trader right now, then start with the OTP hit column at least. That will already give you a lot of new insights. And then later, if you're interested in analyzing your trading approach further, entry and exit price would be also a big eye-opener probably for the trader, and in general be really, really helpful. But what we have seen is that he has 2 or 3 big issues, right? He has a few outliers here, and it doesn't seem like a lot, but you can see it makes a big difference on his performance. And he is taking random trades that are not according to the plan. And he seems to have a problem with closing trades too late. So those are the big findings for the trader that should help him move forward, have a clearer plan. And now the trader knows what is causing his performance to fluctuate so much. And there is a very straightforward path for this trader to potentially improve his performance, as we have seen. So I hope this review helped, and I hope this trader who sent in their journal can take away some lessons that will help him improve his trading going forward.